everyone, welcome to my channel Maths Master. So this is the lecture 2 on trigonometrical identities, or we can say trigonometrical relations. So in the previous lecture we discussed about what are trigonometrical ratios, reciprocal relationships, quotient relationships and the square relations. Okay, so just a quick recap of that. So what are the basic trigonometrical ratios? So the first one, it is sine A, angle. This is nothing but the angle A just now I have considered, which is any acute angle. So sine A, it is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Cos A is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Tan A is equal to perpendicular upon base. Cot A is equal to base upon perpendicular. Sec A is equal to hypotenuse upon base. Cosec A is equal to hypotenuse upon perpendicular. So these are very basic 6 trigonometrical ratios. So all this trigonometry is moving around what? Which triangle? So this is nothing but a right angle triangle. Suppose this is angle A, this B and C. These two are the acute angles, and all the relations I have written just now related to the angle A. So related to angle A, this is perpendicular and this is base, this is hypotenuse. So sin A is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Cos A is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Tan A is equal to perpendicular upon base. Cot A is equal to base upon perpendicular. Sec A is hypotenuse upon base and cosec A is hypotenuse upon perpendicular. So these are nothing but 6 basic trigonometrical ratios related to the triangle. So trigonometry is related to what? It is related to the measurements related to the triangle. Which triangle? It is right angle triangle, or it is the relationship between the angles and the sides of a triangle. Okay, so trigonometry, it is related to the angles and the sides of the triangle. That is the relationship between the angles and sides of the triangle, or the measurements of the sides of the triangle. Okay, so where are the application? So in previous classes we have studied that suppose rocket is launched and you have to find out the altitude of the rocket from the base. So always the altitude can be, it is nothing but a perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance, it is the shortest distance from any of the object. So suppose the rocket is launched and you have to find out the altitude of the rocket. Then by using the trigonometrical relations, so we can find out, suppose we have these angles, angle of inclination. Then using this we can find out the distance of that particular object from the ground. Okay, so these are the applications of this trigonometry. So sin A, cos A, it is tan A, cot A, sec A and cosec A. These are the basic trigonometrical ratios. Then the reciprocal relationships. So which are the reciprocal relationship? That is sin A, it is the reciprocal. Sin A, it is equal to 1 upon cosec A. Sin A is equal to 1 upon cosec A. That is, this is the reciprocal relationship between the sin A and cosec A. Sin A is the reciprocal of cosec A and cosec A is the reciprocal of sin. Cos A, it is the reciprocal of sec A. And tan A, it is the reciprocal of cot A. So there is a inverse relationship or the reciprocal relationship. So sin A is equal to 1 upon cosec A means cosec A is 1 upon sin A. Cos A is equal to 1 upon sec A means sec A is equal to 1 upon cos A. Tan A is equal to 1 upon cot A means cot A is equal to 1 upon tan A. It is called as a reciprocal relationship. Then the quotient relation. Quotient relation means tan A is always equal to sin A upon cos A. And cot A is always equal to cos A upon sin A. So if you take a ratio of sin and cos, it becomes tan. And if you take a ratio of cos upon sin, it becomes cot. So this is tan means tangent. A means the acute angle. This tan A, sin A, cos A, tan A, cot A, all this A, it must be always associated with that trigonometric, whatever the identity. Sin it is there, cos it is there. So it is related to the angles. Okay. So sin A, you cannot separate it out. So sometimes I have seen that some people, suppose sin A into sin A, if you have to do the multiplication, it is not sin into sin A square. It is not like this. This is a very big, what we can say, mistake. You cannot separate out A from the sin. Sin A, it's the whole thing. It is also whole thing. So it is equal to sin square A. Okay. Yes. So sin A, it is one of the basic trigonometric ratios, and without angle A, it don't have any meaning. This is the whole thing. Okay. Yes. So tan A is equal to sin A upon cos A, and cot A is equal to cos A upon sin A. This is called as a quotient relationship. And the last square relationships we have seen, sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A, and 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosec square. Okay, so these three are the square relationships. Yes, based on this we are going to solve the problems. Now what is exactly this trigonometrical identities? So trigonometrical identities means what? When an equation involving trigonometrical ratios of an angle A is true for all values of A. If it is true for all values of A, the equation is called as a trigonometrical identity. Okay, means when any equation, consider this reciprocal relationship, reciprocal relations, or this quotient relation, or this square relation, these are also called as a trigonometrical identities. Why? Because they are true for any angle. You consider any angle A, so these relationships are always true. Yes, so that's why these are also called as a trigonometrical identities. Understood? So trigonometrical identities means what? When an equation involving trigonometrical ratios of an angle A, it is true. If it is true for any value of A, if it is true for any value of A, then that equation is called as a trigonometrical identity. So this all the equations are nothing but called as a trigonometrical identities. Okay. Now we have to solve the examples in which they will ask to prove the trigonometrical identity. Prove the identity or prove that. So in that trigonometrical identity, we have to prove LHS is equal to RHS. Now I want to give some suggestions. Whenever you are going to solve this, prove that examples, so in which LHS and RHS is given, and we have to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. In those cases, you start from LHS or RHS. You can start from LHS and reach to the RHS, or you can start from RHS and reach to the LHS. But we can suggest that you can start with the complicated side. So just see that which side is complicated, from that you start. Suppose your LHS is complicated, start from LHS, simplify it and reach to the RHS. Prove that LHS is equal to RHS. If your RHS is complicated, then you can start from RHS and reach to the LHS. If you see that both the sides are complicated, then take one by one. So take LHS, simplify, find out one equation. Okay, then again take RHS, simplify and try to find out the same simplified equation as that of the LHS. Okay, and if you get with LHS and RHS, if you get same simplified equation, it means LHS is equal to RHS. So in this way you can solve the examples. So first let's consider the first example. We have to prove the identity. The first identity is sec a minus 1 upon sec a plus 1 is equal to 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a. Okay. Now this is simple. Cos, it is the basic. These are the basic. Sin, cos, tan, it is basic relation. Sin and cos, it is the basic. Because tan also it is sin upon cos. Yes. So very basic. You cannot simplify cos again. No. You cannot simplify sin again. But you can simplify sec. Sec is equal to 1 upon cos. And here also you can simplify sec. Sec is equal to 1 upon cos. Yes. So we'll start. So if I'll compare these two, left one is complicated than right one. So I will start from LHS is equal to sec a minus 1 upon sec a plus 1. So we know that the reciprocal relationship, that sec a is equal to 1 upon cos. Okay. So put this. So sec a, it is 1 upon cos a minus 1 upon once again sec a 1 upon cos a plus 1. Yes. So using this reciprocal relationship. Okay. Now we have to simplify. Take LCM. It is 1 minus cos a. It is 1 minus cos a. If you take LCM cos a, no, so here it will be cos a upon cos a divided by 1 plus cos a upon cos a. Yes. So it is 1 plus cos a, because cos a, when you will take LCM, always you have to take LCM. Taking LCM is not so difficult task. Some people, they make mistakes in taking LCM also. If I am taking LCM, cos a means what? So here with numerator and denominator you have to multiply with cos a. So if you are multiplying numerator and denominator with cos a, so denominator will be same. So that's why numerator is 1 minus cos a upon cos a. It is 1 plus cos a upon cos a. You can put the brackets here. Yes. Now what it will get simplified? Cos a, it will get cancelled actually. Yes. Cos a, it gets cancelled. And here it is 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a. So which is nothing but what? RHS. So your LHS, this LHS is equal to RHS. Understood? So this is the first problem. So very easy. In that just we compared which one is complicated. So sec is complicated because sec can be converted into 1 upon cos. But cos, it is the basic trigonometric what we can say, trigonometric ratio. So that's why we will not take RHS, but we'll take LHS and we'll start with that. Now we'll see the second example. So here it is 1 plus sin a upon 1 minus sin a is equal to cosec a plus 1 upon cosec a minus 1. Here also the same thing. So this is LHS and this is RHS. I think this LHS is simple, but RHS is complicated because cosec can be converted into 1 upon sin. So I'll take RHS. I'll take RHS and I'll try to reach to the LHS. Whenever you start proving this, no, always you have to see, always look where you have to reach. Okay, if you will not follow that where you have to reach, then you can make a mistake. Okay, so always you have to see where we have to reach. Now we have to reach that in a equation or in a ratio where the sin a trigonometric ratio it is there. Okay, so it is cosec a plus 1 upon cosec a minus 1. Cosec means what? we know that. Or directly if you write cosec means 1 upon sin A is plus 1, it's 1 upon sin A minus 1, and here you will give the reason that cosec A is equal to 1 upon sin A. Always you have to mention the reasons. For whatever you are writing the steps, you should mention the reason, and for this the marks are there. Suppose out you are getting, so they will try to reduce your marks. So at that time they can find out such a very, what you can say, minor things, that whether you have given the reason for each and every step, okay, whether you have written the answers properly at the last, okay. If you have not made the mistakes while solving, then easily you can score maximum marks, okay. So here it is. Once again you have to take the LCM, that is sin A. Sin A, it is the LCM. So it is 1 plus sin A upon sin A. Actually here upon sin A I can write, here I will write upon sin A, okay. And here it is 1 minus sin A upon it is sin A. Yes. So this is 1 minus sin A, because sin A it is LCM. 1 minus sin A upon sin A. So it is 1 minus sin A upon sin A, 1 plus sin A upon sin A. Sin A will get cancelled, and here it is 1 plus sin A upon 1 minus sin A, which is nothing but LHS. So we started from RHS and we reached to the LHS. Yes, we proved the trigonometric identity. This is nothing but a trigonometric identity, that which is true for every value of A. So this trigonometric identity is true for, or it is true for every value of A. Okay. Yes. Now the next example we will consider is the example number 3. 1 upon tan A plus cot A is equal to cos A sin A. Okay. Yes. So this is LHS, this is RHS. Is simple, this is complicated. I will start from LHS. LHS is equal to 1 upon tan A plus cot A. Okay. So as RHS is in the form of sine and cos ratio, so that's why I have to convert this into sine and cos. So 1 upon tan A means what? Sine A upon cos A, plus cot A means what? Cot means cos A upon sine. Okay. Yes, this is called as a quotient relationship. So tan A is sin A upon cos A, and cot A is equal to cos A upon sin A. So which is equal to, here again we have to take LCM. It is LCM is sin A into cos A. As LCM is sin A into cos A, so here only cos A is there, sin A is not there. So multiply numerator and denominator by sin A. So it will be sin square A, and it will be then cos square A upon cos A into sin A. So it is 1 upon sin square A plus cos square A upon sin A cos A. Okay. Yes. Now this is 1 upon, means when this ratio it goes up, so there will be the reciprocal. Yes. And very important, sin square A plus cos square A is what? Is equal to always 1. Okay. So we'll write this with a square relationship. Sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Yes. We know that this is the square relationship. This is in square relationship, 3 formulas are there. In that first formula is, whenever there is sin square A plus cos square A, you can remove this by 1. So we started from LHS is equal to, now it is 1 multiplied by, here it is sin A into cos A upon sin square A plus cos square A. So in place of sin square A plus cos square A, we'll put 1. So this is sin A into cos A. Yes, this sin A into cos A upon 1, which is sin A cos A, which is RHS, which is equal to RHS. Yes, understood? So what we did here, this is nothing but your last step. It is 1 upon sin square a plus cos square a upon sin a cos a, because whenever it goes up, division when it gets into multiplication, there will be reciprocal of this. So sin a cos a will go in numerator and sin square a plus cos square a, it will be in denominator, but its value is 1. And because of that, as its value is 1, the answer is sin a into cos a. Okay, so it is LHS is equal to RHS. Now the next example we'll consider, so it is tan a minus cot a is equal to 1 minus 2 cos square a upon sin a cos a. Okay, so here it is tan a minus cot a is equal to 1 minus 2 cos square a upon sin a into cos a. So again I will start here from the LHS. So LHS is equal to tan a. Otherwise you can start from RHS also, no problem. So in both the ways it may be correct. Whatever the side you will consider from that. Suppose you think it is complicated, you can start from here and you can reach to here. So I will start from LHS. It is tan a minus cot a. So tan a is what? What is tan a? Sin a upon cos a. Minus cot a is cos a upon sin a. Again you have to take LCM. LCM is sin a into cos a. So that's why it will become sin square a minus it will become cos square a upon, here it is sin a into cos a. Okay, now look here, look here. So in RHS what I want 1 minus 2 cos square upon sin a into cos a. Just now what I got sin square a minus cos square upon sin a into cos a. This denominator I got, but in the numerator there is only cos term, no sin term is there. So I have to remove this sin term. How I can remove this sin square a? By using the relationship, that is the square relationship. I know that sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. Okay, I want to remove sin square a. Yes, so in place of sin square a, I can write 1 minus cos square a. Okay, so replace sin square a by 1 minus cos square a. Because in the RHS, I observe here is no sin term, only cos term it is there. And because of that, I can remove this sin term or this sin square a by 1 minus cos square a. Put this 1 minus cos square a in place of sin square a. So it will be 1 minus cos square a minus cos square a. Minus cos square a means this remaining term. Sin square a is 1 minus cos square a minus this cos square a upon sin a into cos a, which is equal to minus cos square a minus cos square a, means it is like minus x, which is minus 2x. Okay, so it is like this. So it is 1 minus 2 cos square a upon it is sin a cos a, which is what? RHS. Okay, understood? Yes. So very easy. Here also I started from LHS, tan a minus cot a. I replaced tan a by sin a upon cos a minus cot a, it is by cos a upon sin a. Then LCM. After LCM, I have referred what I want. I want this. In that numerator is consisting of only cos square term, no sin square term. So try to remove the sin square a by 1 minus cos square a. And I will get the answer. Here it is 1 minus 2 cos square a upon sin a cos a, which is my RHS. Okay, yes. Now we can see. So this is the example number 4. So the next example we can see here. Last example, it is sin raised to 4a minus cos raised to 4a is equal to 2 sine square a minus 1. Okay, so this is sine raised to 4a minus cos raised to 4a. Listen, in this chapter you have to use so many formulas in the expansion. So many expansion formulas you have to use, and you have to recall also. Okay, so sine raised to 4a I can write, means I will start from LHS here. So LHS is complicated as compared to RHS. So I will start from LHS. Sine raised to 4a minus cos raised to 4a. Okay, now sine raised to 4a means sine square a, its square. Okay, expansion. So here it is not expansion formula, but it is nothing but what I did. I have written here sine square a and its square. So 2 into 2 it will be 4 exponent. So minus cos square a plus 2, it is 2. Okay, so just simplified this. Instead of sine raised to 4a, sine square a its square, cos raised to 4a, instead of that cos square a plus 2, because 2 into 2 it is 4, means original term it is there. Okay, yes. Now this I can consider as a square minus b square. What is the expansion formula of a square minus b square? It is a minus b into a plus b. Okay, so this sine square it acts as a square a, and cos square it acts as a b. So a square minus b square. So how I can simplify this? By using the expansion formula. It is a minus b, means sine square a minus cos square a into sine square a plus cos square a. Okay, yes, we know that sine square a plus cos square a is nothing but what? Is equal to 1. Yes. So here sine square a minus cos square a, because this is 1. So you can give the reason here as sine square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. Okay, you can give the reason. Now look at the RHS. What is my RHS? My RHS is 2 sine square a minus 1. Okay, just now what is my RHS? RHS is sine square a minus cos square a. This RHS, it consists of only sine term. It don't have any cosine term, cos term or cosine term. Here it is cosine term is also there. I want to remove this cosine term again by using the square relationship, that cos square a is equal to 1 minus sine square a. Use cos square a is equal to 1 minus sine square a. So put this value, this sine square a as it is, and in place of cos square a put 1 minus sine square a. It is minus, this minus, original minus as it is, and in bracket I will write 1 minus sine square a. Why? Because in place of cos square a I have written 1 minus sine square a. Okay, negative sign is outside, so that's why bracket I put. Now I simplify this. Sine square a minus 1 plus sine square a. Okay, so sine square a plus sine square a, it is 2 sine square a minus 1, which is RHS. Okay, so here also this is 2 sine square a minus 1, and here it is also 2 sine square a minus 1, which is RHS. So thus we have proved this trigonometric identity. Trigonometric identity means it is true for any value of a. It is a trigonometric identity. Start from complicated side and reach to the simple side. Start from LHS, reach to the RHS, or start from RHS and reach to the LHS to prove this trigonometric identities. That's it for today's lecture. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.